never more alive. Than when you're almost dead. My name is Dr. Teddy Springfield. I was born in October 28th, 1949, and I was in the Army and during the Vietnam conflict, and I achieved a Spec 5 rank. I was drafted. I did not volunteer for the service. Even though my father had been a warrior, he had been through World War II and Korea, highly decorated, ended up becoming a command sergeant major, so I was a military brat, so to speak, and traveled a lot from Europe and different parts of the United States. And I really did not want to go to Vietnam. I didn't believe in it, but I dropped one math class, and that left me with 11 units, and the next thing I know, I got drafted. So I ended up going because I thought that that's the right thing to do. Been drafted, so got to go. So it was just a small outpost and near what they call Bien Hoa Air Base. So a lot of people fly into Bien Hoa, and then from there they get they move you out wherever they need you. When you're in Vietnam and you're in an outpost like that, there's combat that's occurring all the time. So what's happening is since you're a small outpost, you're surrounded by a lot of bush and trees and stuff like that. You have to clear all that, but they're constantly shooting rockets in there. They are mortars are constantly going in there, and then our units would go out. I was part of the 1st Air Cav, so being part of the 1st Air Cav, we were in helicopters, and we would take the ground troops out, drop them off, and take off again. So there was always combat going on all around us. It's just part of life.
My name's Larry Castrovinci. I was in the Marine Corps. Went to Okinawa for 13 months, and I went to directly from Okinawa to Vietnam. A couple months after I was there, our unit got hit pretty hard. There were 3 of us that weren't wounded. And I was one of the 3, and I took over as company commander for about 2 or 3 months till they replaced me with a captain.
I had a picture of my girlfriend, and that was always very special to me. Most people did have something, whether it was a religious artifact, a Bible. Some people had a Bible. Different people carried different things, but for me, it was just strictly a picture. Mortars would hit, and people would get killed, but not right next to me. And usually when that happens, smartest thing to do is to hit the ground. There's no cowards in war. It's nothing wrong with jumping on the ground and trying to protect yourself when things like that are occurring. The 2 best friends got shot, and they actually lived. But to me, I didn't have any visible scars. I never took a bullet.
The battle during the Tet Offensive was pretty scary. A Marine got too close to a minefield and set off a mine and got scrap metal in his legs, and we evacuated him by helicopter.
You're angry that you get drafted, especially if you don't believe in a war, especially that war. And you see a lot of people that do die, your friends die, and Vietnamese die, and I had nothing against the Vietnamese people. And so, you earn it just by paying your dues and being there. It made me appreciate life a whole lot more. Made me realize how I was dying for a year to get a banana split when I got home. So it was just things like that, things that you would take for granted. But it also changed my life in that I made some very, very good friends. People that when you're in combat, you bond with people. And they're like your brothers, and they'll always be my brothers, even though I haven't seen some of them in a long time.
He had only been with us for about a week, when we got the word that we needed a group to go out and challenge them, I needed a gunner and somebody to carry some of my machine gun ammo. I was the only machine gunner going out. I carried the M60 machine gun. I gave him about 400 rounds of ammunition. He had a flak jacket on, but he didn't have it zipped up, and he got shot in the stomach. I called for the corpsman right away, and the corpsman came back, but apparently he didn't make it. But there were good times over there too.
I'm angry, I'm hurt, I'm still bothered by the number of people that got killed, people that lost limbs, people that get killed on both sides. You've got a lot of young soldiers there that don't want to be there. They'd much rather be home, going to college, doing something constructive with their life. But they were thrown into a situation that, again, had no business being there. And then the Vietnamese people, the military, you have to see them as your enemy if you're going there, because if they're trying to kill you, then you have to see them as your enemy. And that's not, that stays with me as well. So those are the kind of things that, those things you think about, you dream about, and sometimes you have nightmares about. But that's just part of the experience.
Right now, war is dangerous. It was hard also because there was South Vietnamese and North Vietnamese, and a lot of times you didn't know which was which. It's hard to tell who the enemy was. And today, terrorists, it's hard to tell who your enemy is.
It was a political war. It wasn't something that we really had to go do.
Any war is brutal because the definition of war is to destroy each other, to opponents trying to kill each other. So somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. One's going to be alive, the other's going to be dead, so it's going to be bad.